Welcome all NOSSCAR fans. Round 7 of the 2019 NOSSCAR Motormaster Series season. Coming your way, it's the Sharpee 250 at Bristol Motor Speedway. If you joined us for the pre-race show live on Facebook, we're glad you did. Hosted by Billy Ray Thompson, does one heck of a job, and he'll be driving the number 19 Toyota in today's event. We have about 25 to 28 drivers set to go, and qualifying has already begun, just simply waiting on the invitation to bring you the live feed and the coverage of the event. It's the 7th race of the season. Sharpee 250 from Bristol Motor Speedway. We got 2 short tracks tonight for you. These drivers are going to have their hands full with Bristol Motor Speedway, and then the main event of the evening, we got Richmond International Raceway coming up at about 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2 back-to-back Motormaster Series races every Monday night right here on the NOSSCAR YouTube channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you don't miss a second of the 2019 Motormaster Series season. Coming into Bristol Motor Speedway, Jade Burr in the 01 Chevy. He won the Daytona race, the Daytona 300, and he sits on top of the point standings after the first 6 races. Still just the one win, but he's got an 8-point cushion over Nick Donfrancesco, driver of the number 98 Ford, who's coming into tonight with 2 wins and currently holds down the most playoff points, and that's going to be crucial once we get into the playoffs. These drivers will be begging for playoff points and every point that they can get to advance from round to round and get closer towards the championship. Noah Underwood has been arguably the fastest driver at most of the first 6 races of the season. Driver of the number 88, driver of the number 88 Chevy. Comes in with only 1 playoff point, but he's only 18 points behind your points leader. And if you've been following NOSSCAR, especially the 2018 NOSSCAR Truck Series, NOSSCAR Motormaster Series, and NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series, you know as well as I do that those playoff points mean everything, and you can gain positions in the point standings just from a couple of stage wins and a solid finish. 34 drivers have entered at least 1 race so far, and we're not done yet. Like I mentioned, we have 25 to 28 drivers lined up tonight. 1 driver making his debut for the 2019 season is Angelo. He'll be driving the number 3 Chevrolet. Always fast, always respectful. Looking for good things out of him. Keith Ayers in the number 16 Ford, looking for good things out of him as well. Comes into this race 4th in the point standings, 3 playoff points, and he's a contender for the Rookie of the Year award. Dakota Bro, the driver of the number 00 Ford, comes in with 1 win and 5 playoff points, sitting in the 5th position in the point standings. So it's Jade Burr, Nick Donfrancesco, Noah Underwood, Keith Ayers, and Dakota Bro coming in the top 5 in the point standings. Pardon me. Just wanted to double check to see that we did not miss the invitation to the race. And if you've never seen a NOSSCAR race at Bristol, you're in for quite a treat. Half-mile oval, lots of banking, high speeds. These drivers are going to be turning some impressive lap times. One of the harder events to win. These drivers enjoy a challenge. For more information about the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series, you can head over to NOSSCAR.com/Motormaster Series. Check out the point standings, the race results, the all-time wins lists, and more. Very unique point system as well. Rather than the race winner receiving 5 playoff points, the race winner receives 3 playoff points, and the drivers who finish in second and third both receive 1 playoff point each. So we take the 5 playoff points and we spread them evenly over the podium finishers, rather than a winner-take-all scenario. Stage winners, of course, receive a playoff point. Top 5 in the stages receive points. Couple of other drivers to keep your eye on tonight. Dave Marks Jr. in the number 1 Chevy got off to a bit of a rocky start here in 2019. Finished 7th in the Daytona 300, but since then has not got the finishes he's deserved. Currently sits 12th in the point standings. Looking for good things tonight at Bristol and Richmond. Keep in mind it's a bit of a wild card night. It's going to be very difficult to keep the car in one piece. You're going to get bumped. You're going to get hit. You're going to have a couple of scratches on your ride at the end of the day. It's best to soldier on. We've received the invitation to bring you live coverage of the race. "25 drivers lined up, all set and ready to go for the Sharpee 250, and it's Jade Burr in the 28 Ford on the pole. Great job by him. Preset setups only, and he ran a 17.278 quick lap time at Bristol. And we're going live. Round 7 of the 2019 NASCAR Motormaster Series coming at you from Bristol Motor Speedway. The first of 2 occasions that we will be visiting Bristol this season. So these drivers are going to have to get to know this racetrack. And the green flag is in the air. We're racing in Bristol. Jade Burr is racing, that's for sure. We're watching him. He is the pole sitter. He is the race leader. He's got Dakota Bro in second in the 00. He's got a Michael Birch in the 38 car in third. A couple of cars already peeling down pit road. Look like the 7 car of R.J. Haywood. Jerry Ashley in the 55 pulling over to give some space. And problems for the 18 of Jeffrey Robinson Jr. as well. There's Jeff Grady in the number 5. Jade Burr looking to the inside there. Oh, and problems for Thomas Geyer in the 42. He was up against the inside wall. He gets it going again. We got action all over this racetrack. Jade Burr putting some cushion in between himself and Dakota Bro. Dakota's the one running in second. There he is. He's got a mirror full of his teammate, Nick Francesco right behind him. Three Fords leading the way. They got a Toyota in between. That is Billy Ray Thompson. He is the first car one lap down at this time. Getting a report that he was involved in an incident. Innocent victim, and now he's just trying to soldier on and get what he can here in stage one. There's Angelo in the number 3 Chevy, making his first start of the year. Inside the top 10 right now and in the lead pack. Keith Ayers in the 16 was looking on the inside of Anthony Trippi. Battle between the two Ford Mustangs. Looked like Keith got loose coming out of that corner, and Noah Underwood in the 88 had nowhere to go. And the 88 machine's got it fired back up again, but he's lost a number of positions. Simply had to check up for the car in front of him, that being Keith in the 16. Meanwhile, back up front, Jade Burr has made contact with the outside wall, it looks like. Now, Dakota Bro in the 00 beginning to reel him in, and that's going to be a battle for the lead very shortly. It's Robert Lohman Sr. in the 51 car, some damage. He's been on and off pit road already. More than likely going to let the leaders go by here. He does, and he did a good job too. Now Dakota Bro clears him, and looks like he's closed the gap down to about 4 car lengths, but that nudge to the outside wall really didn't help his case. He lost about another 4 car lengths to your race leader. There's Anthony Trippi running in the 5th position. Having a good run. Comes in with a win already. He is locked into the playoffs. This gives him the ability to gamble, knowing he's going to be around for the championship at the end of the season. There's Kenny Adair in the number 36. He is the defending NASCAR Truck Series champion, and he always runs good here in the Motormaster Series as well. Back towards the front, we have a battle for the 2nd position between teammates. They were getting close earlier in the event. We did not see a change for position, but we might see one now. Dakota Bro, Nick Francesco. And they're coming up on a couple of lapped cars. Looks like BJ Thomas in the 99, RJ Haywood in the 7. So it's Jade Burr, Dakota Bro, Nick Francesco, Jeff Grady, and Anthony Trippi. That is your top 5. Keith Ayers in the 16, running in 6th position. Side by side in front of your race leader. That was BJ Thomas and Jerry Ashley. They got it sorted out. Jade Burr makes the pass on the 55, and he took the outside line to do it. Man, it's not easy navigating through this lap traffic, and the leaders are going to be dealing with it all race long. It's going to be a grind. Couple of fast cars, too. Just in front of your race leader. Patrick Hazlitt in the 20. Dave Marks Jr. in the 1. They were side by side. They just got single file, and we got a battle for the race lead. Dakota Bro sneaking up on Jade Bird. We're going to have 2 Ford Mustangs duking it out here. Oh. And problems there for Robert Lohman Sr. in the 51. Contact with the inside wall as we continue to watch the battle for the lead. Oh, and they're side by side for second. Don Francesco uses the outside line to take the position, and now he's going to try his chances here with Jade Bird. Dave in the 1 went up the hill there. He's now just in front of Jade. Jade looks to the inside, nearly made contact. Oh, and Jeff Grady in the 5 is making it 3 wide for second. Oh, they thought better of it. I was going to say, we don't often see 3 wide at Bristol. Not the place you want to do that. Grady goes up the hill a little bit now. Dakota Bro side by side with Jade Burr in the 28 machine. They get back single file. This is good stuff. The top 4 have cleared the lap traffic for now. Still have a couple of more cars in front of them. Patrick Hazlitt in the 20 has passed a couple of cars ever since being run down by the race leader. He's doing a good job staying on the lead lap. Oh, and around goes the 51 of Lohman Sr., and that stacks up everybody just in front of your leaders. Sean Lucas in the 8 got a little bit out of control. Dakota Bro takes the race lead from Jade Burr, and he puts a lap on the 20 of Patrick Hazlitt. Now here comes Burr to the inside. Back to the inside comes Jade Bird, looking for the race lead. Oh, and contact with the wall. Dakota Bro loses a couple of car lengths to Jade. Jade running away with this thing now. Man, this is good stuff. While all this is going on, Anthony Trippi in the 22 is closing in on the top 4. He's in the 5th position. Ah, that's better, says Jade Burr. Massive open space on the racetrack. No traffic to deal with for the time being. They've cleared the 20 of Patrick Hazlitt. Another car that was right there with them at one point was Jason Armstrong in the 78. We no longer see him. He has driven back away from your race leaders. Jade Burr made contact with the wall coming out of 4. Gets a little bit of a bump from Dakota Bro. They're side by side for the lead down the back straightaway. Heading into turn 3, the 00 drifted up the hill a little bit. He wasn't clear. He is now. There's a good look at your race leader. He's got a little bit of damage on, I would say, the right front there of the race car. But he holds on and wins stage number 1 here in the Sharpee 250 at Bristol Motor Speedway. The yellow flag has been shown to these drivers. Dakota Bro wins the stage, Jade Burr in second, Nick Donfrancesco in third. I believe it was the 5 car, Jeff Grady in fourth, Anthony Trippi in fifth. The first car, 1 lap down, Patrick Hazlitt in the number 20. He'll be back on the lead lap for the beginning of stage 2. "25 drivers started the event. A couple of cars have serious damage, and they'll be towards the back of the pack here. We're going back racing, stage number 2 here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Green flag. Clean start for the top 10. A couple of them got single file. Nick Donfrancesco clears the 00 to take the lead. Wow. The outside line has some grip for these restarts, apparently. Donfrancesco found some up there. Deeper in the field, they're stacked up. Dave Marks Jr. makes contact with the 5. They're starting to sort it out a little bit back there now. So hard to run mid-pack here. That's where all the action is. Anthony Trippi using the outside line to take the 3rd position from Angelo in the 3. So it's Donfrancesco, Dakota Bro, Anthony Trippi, Angelo, and Keith Ayers. That's your top 5. Jade Burr is on the inside of Keith for the 5th position right now. There's Michael Birch in the 38 car. He's on the inside of Nathan O'Hara. It's a battle just outside the top 10. Actually, it's battle for position just barely inside the top 10, actually. Good run by both of these drivers. The cars look relatively scratch-free so far. Angelo's got the pole sitter right behind him. Jade Burr closing in for the 4th position. He's got Keith Ayers right behind him, though, so Jade Burr's also got to play a little bit of defense. And just behind them, you can see the yellow and white Chevy Camaro, number 88, Noah Underwood, slowly recovering after spinning out just behind Keith Ayers when Keith got loose. Having to check up for him. Now he's marched all the way back into the 7th position, and the 88 is looking strong. Michael Birch just took the 8th position away from Nathan O'Hara. There he is in the 38 machine. Nice pass on the bottom. There's Keith. Consistent Keith. Top 5 machine. This driver comes into tonight 4th in the point standings. No wins yet, but we think he's going to have one real soon. Keep in mind, Keith Ayers won the season finale at Homestead Miami Speedway for the NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series. It's his first NOSSCAR win. His first win in the NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series. Looking for a first win here in the Motormaster Series tonight. It's on the inside, or excuse me, the outside of Noah Underwood. They're 3 wide with Anthony Trippi in the 22. And it looked like they all lifted except for Keith. He kept soldiering through. No fear. Keith Ayres up a couple of spots. Nick Don Francesco is the race leader. Charging away. He's got about a 10-car length advantage over the drivers battling for second, and that is Jade Burr in the 28, Angelo in the 3. They're all lined up single file. Once one of them gets a good enough run, they're going to peek to the inside or the outside, and they're going to try to make this work. Jade Burr holding on now to the second spot. Slowly but surely, Jade Burr is making his way back towards the front. Restarted in row 2, the beginning of stage 2. Got caught behind some traffic. It's difficult to make passes at Bristol. He's overcome all of that, and he's up into the second position. He's using the outside line to see if he can run down your race leader. He's got Angelo in the 3, right behind him in the 3rd position. What a statement it would be for Angelo to win this race. Coming in here, first race of the season. That would be a bold statement. Michael Birch in the 8th position. The battle for 8th has settled down. He's put some distance in between himself and Nathan O'Hara in the 61. While you watch your race leader, we'd like to remind you, NOSSCAR hosts 15 online racing leagues across 6 different video games and 3 consoles. For more information, head over to NOSSCAR.com. Every series has its own page. There's a series for everyone. Slicing and dicing. This is the battle for second on back. Jade Burr has it. These drivers want it. Dakota Bro in 3rd in the 00. Keith Ayres just took 4th from Angelo. So Angelo in the 3 back to the 5th position. He's got Noah Underwood right behind him in 6th, and that's Anthony Trippi in the 22 running in 7th. Nice 6-car battle for position we have going on here. Not too far in front of him is the race leader. One lap machine in between themselves and the leader. And the gap seems to be shrinking. Jade Burr might be slowly reeling in Nick Don Francesco. I don't know if he's got enough time to catch him before the end of stage 2. around goes Angelo in the 3. And I didn't quite see who tagged him, but a couple of cars checked up and contact was made, and around went the 3. It was a quick and vicious spin there. And that's a tough break. He's got a top 5 car. We'll see if he can battle back. Oh, and around goes the 5 on the back straightaway. Meanwhile, they have caught your race leader. And it's Keith Ayers in the 16 out front. Pylon on the track, and now it just went flying up in the air. Looked like the 16 of Keith Ayers was the one who made contact with it. Jade Burr is in the lead. I did not see what happened to Don Francesco in the 98. He had a healthy gap on all these guys, and they're fighting hard for the stage win here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Coming at a turn 4, Burr's going to hit the line first. He's got Dakota Bro behind him. They're still bouncing off each other. Oh, and around goes the 22. Anthony Trippi gets spun over there. And contact was made between him and several others. There he is on the back straightaway, getting it fired up and going again. Wow. See, that's Bristol for you. It all changes in the blink of an eye. Jade Burr back out front, the pole sitter leading the way. Dakota Bro in second, Nick Don Francesco in third, Keith Ayers in fourth. That's how they're going to finish. Jade Burr wins stage 1. Or excuse me, wins stage 2. Man, I've messed that up twice in this race. Called stage 1 stage 2, and I've called stage 2 stage 1. You watch, Richmond's going to be a whole lot better. I'll get the hang of this. So Jade Burr, Dakota Bro, Nick Don Francesco, Keith Ayers, Noah Underwood, the top 5 here in stage number 2. Michael Birch in 6th, Stephen Corley in 7th, Trey Hollywood in 8th, Kenny Adair 9th, Patrick Hazlitt rounding out the top 10. And we have over 10 cars left on the lead lap at this time, so a lot of drivers still have a legitimate shot at winning this race. Final stage here in the Sharpee 250 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Green flag in the air. Jade Burr clears Keith Ayers. Holds on to the lead, and oh, there was a wreck behind them. Michael Birch in the 38 got loose and came back up on the track in front of a lot of drivers, and there was a huge pileup in turns 3 and 4. Back up front, Jade Burr has the lead. Got a little loose coming out of turn 4. It's why you see him going to the bottom there. Noah Underwood in second, but he got a boot from Keith Ayers. Keith takes the P2. And Stephen Corley in the 4th position, right behind him. So we have 60 laps to go, 58 laps to go. Here in the Sharpie 250, Jade Burr leading the way. And this is not what anybody else wanted to see. Jade Burr, the 28, has been arguably the fastest car on the racetrack all race long. And they certainly don't want to see him out front. It's going to be hard to pass. Keith Ayers in second, and Noah Underwood has lost some ground to him. He's still battling side by side with Trey Hollywood in the 89 car. That's for third and fourth. A little deeper in the field. It's a battle for fifth between Angelo and Patrick Hazlitt, the 3 and the 20. They got Dakota Bro in the 00, Michael Birch in the 38, Nick Don Francesco in the 98, all right there with them. Then Nathan O'Hara, Billy Ray Thompson, and Anthony Trippi in the next pack behind them. Looks like Patrick Hazlitt let those guys go. I'm not sure what's going on with the 20. He just lost all sorts of track position there. He's not up to full power, I don't think. There he is. Yes, he is. I'm not sure what happened. He's fallen back into the clutches of Nathan O'Hara in the 61, Anthony Trippi in the 22, Billy Ray Thompson in the 19. Oh, and Nathan took the exit of the corner a little bit too quick. He made contact with the outside wall, and Thompson had nowhere to go. He ran right into the back of that 61 Ford Mustang. Oh! Oh, I do believe it was a connection issue. Okay. Not that you ever want to see that, but... There's Trey Hollywood in the 89. We haven't spoken too much about him in this race, but now he finds himself in the top 5, running in third. Angelo just got loose coming out of the turn 2, went all the way down to the inside on the back straightaway, and around is Sean Lucas in the 8 car. Trying to stay with the action the best that we can. So the new race leader, we're getting a report here. Jade Burr in the 28 car was involved in an on-track incident with the aid of Sean Lucas. And we have a new race leader, and there he is. It's Noah Underwood in the number 88 Chevy Camaro leading the way. The Sharpee 250, Bristol Motor Speedway. We're in the final stage with 44 laps to go. Dakota Bro in second, Michael Birch in third, Angelo in fourth, and Trey Hollywood in fifth. Excuse me, Nick Don Francesco has now taken the 5th position from Trey. What a turn of events, and what a disappointing way to end the day there for Jade Burr. I believe he's still on the racetrack. We're gonna have to see if he can recover here. He's certainly got the fastest car in Bristol. Your race leader, Noah Underwood, on pit road, surrenders the race lead for a scheduled pit stop here in the final stage of the event. And a whole fleet of cars on pit road now. Angelo in the 3, Don Francesco in the 98, Anthony Trippi in the 22. And the 60 car on pit road as well. 60 of Dustin Franklin. Nathan O'Hara in the 61 comes to a slide onto pit road. He made it. There's Jason Armstrong in the number 78 car. Made it to the final round for the 2018 NOSSCAR Motormaster Series season, as well as the 2018 Trucks and Platinum Cup. He knows how to get the job done, and he knows how to put himself in a position to win a championship. One of these days he's going to do it. A lot of drivers are yet to make their scheduled pit stop here in the final stage. Now, we're not too sure if there was some strategy used for this, but it appears that Angelo and Nick Don Francesco are both in front of Noah Underwood after the cycle of pit stops. And there's Jay Burr in the number 28. Here's all the front end damage to his race machine. Yeah, it's a heartbreaker for him. Now there's Stephen Corley coming to pit road. Scheduled pit stop. See, the thing is, these drivers are paying the price the longer that they stay out on these older tires. Stephen Corley is about 6 seconds behind. He's about 6 seconds behind the group of cars that he was running with, so I'm just trying to do some math and see how far on the old tires he went. You really don't want to stay out there too much longer. If you haven't made your final pit stop yet, it might be best to do that. Unless they think that they can go the rest of the distance on the fuel that they have, but I really don't think that they can make it. We have 28 laps to go. I don't think they're making that. That'd be a 62, it'd be like a 61 actually, 61 lap fuel run here in the final stage. There's Angelo in the 3. Having a solid day. Now we see a couple of cars coming to pit road. Looked like Jeff Grady in the 5, and it looked like RJ Haywood in the 7. Glad you joined us today for the Sharpee 250. For more information, head over to NOSSCAR.com. Every series has its own page. Select the Motormaster Series page. Check out the rules and regulations, the point system that these drivers are going by, as well as the race results, the all-time wins list, the point standings, and more. Still waiting to see if we can cycle out the running order for you. We know that Angelo is running in the 7th position in the number 3 car. And we think that he is going to be the one in the catbird seat once these drivers make their final pit stop. He's got Nick Francesco right behind him. It's a battle for 7th and 8th. And you got Noah Underwood right behind them in 9th. Patrick Hazlitt has surrendered the race lead. He is on pit road. Michael Birch in the 38 machine was right behind him in 2nd. We're getting that report, and now he is on pit road as well. And Don Francesco makes the pass on Angelo. That could be for the win. We're not sure exactly. Trey Hollywood in the 89 on pit road as well. Let's put the 98 of Nick Francesco in front of Angelo. I think that this is going to cycle through. And Francesco might be the leader. Whoa, I'm not sure what happened to the 88 car there, but he got out of shape and he's on pit road right now. Man, we got 13 laps to go. Dakota Bro comes out of the pits just a little bit behind the 3 and the 98. So evidently Dakota is not going to be the leader, and Keith Ayers is right behind both of them. Something is wrong with the race leader. Jade Burr very well might be off the pace. He's up towards the outside wall. He just made contact with it, and Angelo goes by him on the inside. Angelo takes the race lead. Nick Don Francesco takes second. Jade Burr found a hole. He made it 3 wide with Dave Marks Jr. More contact, this time between Dave and Jade. RJ Haywood went through the inside area there on the apron to avoid any contact. And the new leader is Angelo in the 3. Five laps to go, 4 laps to go for your race leader, Angelo, looking for his first career NASCAR Motormaster Series win, and he's looking to punch his ticket into the 2019 NASCAR Motormaster Series playoffs. He's just got to hold on now for another 3 laps, and he's going to win the Sharpee 250. There's Jade Burr in the 28. I think he's out of fuel on the back straightaway there, and that's a heartbreaker for him in that race team. A little bit of contact with the wall there. He soldiers on, crosses the finish line. Coming through 3 and 4, he's got a healthy gap in between himself and Nick Don Francesco. And Angelo wins the Sharpee 250 at Bristol Motor Speedway. First win of the season. And he locks himself a spot in the playoffs. Wow. What a race. What a Sharpee 250. Angelo with a big win and a bold statement. First race of the season, comes in and lights them up and wins here at Bristol. What a race. We always like to see who got the fastest lap of the race, and in this time it belongs to Scorpion in the 38, that being Michael Birch. We're going to get a word with your race winner. Still awaiting your race winner for an interview, folks. See if we can get that for you as soon as possible. Well, guys, I'm actually standing here with a very disappointed Jade Burr, driver of the 28. He won the pole. He was probably arguably the fastest car on the racetrack all race long. Looked like you ran out of fuel there, Jade. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, we just ran. We just I was trying to conserve as much as we can because we got into an accident there with the 51 and I believe it was the 11 or the 16. We just we had a lot of damage and we tried to hold on to it as much as we could. And then I tried to dive it down, get into pit road, and then I just got right over trying to get in there, and it just didn't work out the way we wanted to today. So.
Yeah, drivers always experience a race like that once in a while. What are your plans for Richmond to ensure that doesn't happen twice?
Well, just go with the flow. Just honestly, just run. You know, just honestly, just go the way I normally run. Just stay up there with the guys I normally run with, and just stay competitive. That's all we can really do.
Well, Jade, we wish you the best of luck at Richmond and better days ahead, my friend.
Thank you.
Jade Burr, driver of the 28 Ford Mustang, not the finish he deserved here at Bristol Motor Speedway, but he will be back twice as fast as he was before. Still awaiting your race winner for an interview. Gonna try to get him in here. Send him one more, and if he doesn't receive it, then we will be calling it a show. We'd love to hear from the race winner. Still can't believe Angelo pulled that off. He was running inside the top five all race long, had good speed, just couldn't seem to take the lead from either Jade Burr or Nick Don Francesco. Couldn't get through the traffic to challenge them. But in the end, it was the number three doing the donuts on the front straightaway. He has declined an interview, judging by the non-reply. The main event of the evening, the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series race at Richmond International Raceway, will be coming to you at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're coming to you a half hour earlier than the normal start time for the main event race on Monday nights. It's Monday Night Motormaster here with NOSSCAR. Thank you for joining us for the Sharpee 250. Once again, congratulations to Angelo and the entire number 3 team. And we'll see you in less than 25 minutes for the Richmond race, round 8 of the 2019 season. Take care, everybody.